Alright. Is it? Mhm. Over to oh no, I was holding off duh because I was gonna equip the I was gonna use the one that I get for the exchange for this. That's why I got rid of it. Because I was gonna make a new glamour for Reaper. I'm just like so confused for a moment. Alright. Suppose I'll wait my age quest first. Uh, how do I get over there? I'm just flying over. Um, No, not that way. There we go. I got turned around. Yeah. Delta, I owe you an apology. Last week I promised to find a way to convince my brother to accept you by fear. He intently refused to heed my words. Why the more the retraitors, the more he shuts his ears to me. Oh, probably no common sense that one. I can scarce believe we are kin. So intent he is to Arnie that he dashed his force along and boasted that he would possess every last elemental and save the forest all by himself. Needless to say, such a task is far beyond his powers. There is a part of me that would like nothing more than to see the foolish boy learn his lesson. And yet, as his sister, I fear for him. Would you go look after him, Delta? Seats here or no, he is in many ways still a child, and the forest grows ever more unsafe these days. I thought I'd go myself, but if you were to save my brother from his own recklessness, perhaps he might finally see how potatoes he has been. Last I spoke with him, he announced his intention to begin his efforts in the Bramble Patch. With any luck, you may find him there. Now please go with haste before some ill fate befalls him. Mm. To destroy these, and you might as well fight them right now. Because they're right here. It's fine. Mm. There's a bunch of stuff right over here. Hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to figure out how I was gonna set these up. Uh, Okay. Let's see. As I see your visitor come, show me up. Have you? Well, you can march right back. Tell Sister I'm doing just fine. I'm only resting. If I were her and I will forsake the she. What could a run-of-the-mill adventurer like you do about it? Fine. Alright. Let's see. Come on. Beginner's luck. Think you Savage is going to convince me that you are one of the inheritors of the teachings of Master Ottawa. You yourself do not believe those words. Sister, what are you doing here? Being to my pig-headed brother's safety. What do you think I'm doing? Prevent or worse. It would appear you suffer only from bruises to your leg and your pride. Avron, for all your obstinacy, I know deep down you are no fool. No, you are wise beyond your years. You realize as well as I the dire fate that will befall Gurdini if we do not quell the Great One's fury and restore peace to the woods. The adventure is not a battle decision, but what of it? Would you blindly trumpet tradition that the very forest turns against us and brings ruin to our home? We have a greater calling to answer. You know this. True sister. Oh, my dear Aubrey. What are sisters for if not to forgive their little brother's fits of folly? Now, Delta, I believe the most important task of all still awaits us. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. Elsa, thank you. I knew it was only a matter of time before Aubrey came around to reason. His hesitance to accept you was not entirely unfounded. When we first met, I promised that one day I would share with you the tale of how white magic came to be regarded as forbidden art. I suppose this is as good a day as any for telling. Sail began some millennia ago in the fifth astral area. It was the time of the endless frost, when a barren wasteland of snow and rime stretched as far as the eye could see. Fertile scars and warm scarce historians told many grim tales of those who died in their beds starving and renowned. So did our ancestors discover magic born of the most fundamental instinct, survival. Time the winter thought magic was no longer essential for survival. But once awakened to its convenience, there was no returning to how things once were. Ere long, the people discovered all a myriad of ways in which magic could be employed and civilization flourished. But prosperity breeds contempt, and nations war for power and riches. So did the people seek greater and greater power to rain destruction down upon enemies. So was born black magic, the most devastating form of sorcery the world has seen. At the same time, another form of magic emerged, brought forth by those who would keep this immense destructive power in check. That is white magic, our magic. Does this surprise you? Just as there can be no dawn without the night, the white and black are but two sides of the same coin. War raged on, and magic was used and abused with little concern for consequence. As a consequence, there were unchecked use of magic soon dried the flow of ether, threatening to bring blight to the land. Magic of healing, it made little difference. If used with no concern for the ether, the magic could prove ruinous to the land as most devastating black magic spell. And so was the practice of white magic was forbidden, with one exception, the prodigal. Our kind was entrusted as sole shepherds of the now forbidden art, to serve as healers and bring their peace while ensuring that great power was never again to be misused. Though he's still young, our own feels this profound sense of responsibility as strong as any of us. Does his hesitance to accept you. But having seen your abilities and sincerity of your intentions, you can rest assured his doubts have been dispelled. The three is united, placed in purpose, and your skills ever growing. The day that we perform the climbing draws near. To our fortune, the Great One has not yet been entirely consumed by fear, but our time remains short. Even if the Great One restore 12 foot to his former state, we must truly be one heart and one mind. Just since then that Atoka has guided you to us. Further your mastery of our art, Delta, and let us bend the wounds of the woods together. Philopian speaks onto you, pondering newfound powers. Wait. Oh wait, no, it does. I just completely misread that. Hmm. Be right back. That was close. Alright. So next.
This is rapper.
Okay. I guess next would be Thaumaturg. Let's just use return, because then you do airship. No, wait. No. Done.
Hey, hey, Tigo.
Gorgeous River's Delta Kogobusi has been spotted in Vesper Bay. We cannot let the opportunity pass us. Head there, with all due haste, and with you take these descriptions of our brother Psychus and Romero's mannerisms. Relay the information to some of the local residents and see what you can find. Alright. Let's see. Vesper Bay. Don't I still? Yeah, I still have Vesper Bay tickets from all the way back then. Still got them. Nope. Not in here. What can I do for you, stranger? Now that you mention it, I did see a lot from the mesh section. He was watching the ferries come in more than has interest looking to have some interest for the American. No, not done here. No, not there. Oh wait, did I not go? I didn't go in this building. Go in here. We're going to FFXIV. What can I get you? That little locust here hanging. The last year, I mean, we like to hate certainly made up for boldness. Live with more than one last in his arms, he did. Oh no. No, not up there. No. There they are. Is he looking for someone? He's full. And come to a couple of adventures sailing from months and months, so Marauder and Thaumaturg. Where are the hazard, I guess? I think they were talking about seeing the area north of here. General was choosing this as her new hunting ground. Many seized by succubus will be prepared as vessels to hold her fully restored power. I fear they will have already been slain. As to adventures, well, I think you can imagine what were relatives for the thaumaturg. Let's find a way to warn those winning limits needs before the white sun strikes again. We were told they might be heading north, but it'd be best if we follow suit. Alright. It's still here somewhere close. Thanks, last arrow in my head. That master said you would get a cigarette Toro doll. Who am I gonna please? He took my further. I think it was Martin something about wounded. Don't know what has befallen. He says the present voice, but it appears you have things well in hand. Here. What world is in Rundit, a fitting place for the battle to come. Some of fears my brothers, Coco will be a slave to that fiend no longer. Alright.
Every single frog here is going to attack me.
Alright, you see me, I stand ready. Well, I stand anyway, I think I might have overindulged before we left. Just about all the last, quite thrilling, really. Me, perfectly fine. So out of the Adamites. Is that normal to be that nervous? Shall approach tomorrow first as we suggest if Brian proceeds to really avoid centrifuge, so I far from them. She should soon manifest her demonic form. Once Morho is fully present within this realm, this is when you unleash the seizing power of the abyss. Though after lecturing for so long how the Altarog should avoid such threats, I have yet old doubts as to whether such trick would flunk this correct path. Thus, as your experience, what do you think consider to be a Thaumatarg's greatest strength? Overwhelming destructive might. Yes, there is none who can match us precisely for fire room. We need not run from danger, but rather employ our unrivaled powers to incinerate all that seek to do us harm. I am decided my fate awaits me. I have faith no matter what becomes of me. You shall succeed in destroying Morrow and her threats to this realm.
Of course. Damn frog.
Perish. And then to go through this again. Alright. Of course, like, it had to happen literally right when I was about to press proceed. Let's see how is this gonna go. Enough, Morrow. No, if it's the L, it's the guy with Thaumatarg brothers. Let's tell you, really want me under bed wishing I'd just disappear. How do you? Maybe seek a hearing aids to substitute your true form. How much time do you intend to waste shooting a lesser match? Versus the striking sources of trolling arcane flames, my is blazing sun. Would you not prefer to take what I can give you? It's like super rifle. I'm sure you think me a coward. That is no consequence. I only wish Kokobushi returned to us unharmed. Hehe. You are wise to ask by this mage.
Yes, at least my true body, my true power is mine once more. I believe the stretching of those arcane muscles is in order.
Oh no, you don't, Void Scent. We will let you leave here alive. You should not bet, but you are afraid to lose. I shall tear the ether from your very marrow. Screams are my sustenance. Jumbo, I keep will focus on me. Stay well back. She'll lend Koku you my support. My thought fury will rend the very air. Rock fiends for fun. Come a little closer. Blending the sat. Using you use our threats and spells. My spells were science, but we must muster our magics. Let's keep calm now. These are perplexing confound us. The stones will drink your blood. Conjures minions from the void. I think I messed up. Or not. Maybe we'll mention over magic.
it.
No, for centuries I dreamed of escaped. I will not be denied. We won? We won! Victory is ours! Coco was dead. Where am I? Thank God you're awake. Coco has returned to us. Our soul has yet to stir from his somnolent stupor. Cookie? The etheric channels have contracted. They are barely sufficient to sustain the flow of his life force. If we do not increase his capacity for ether soon, his vitality will drain away completely. I may not flying potion. Its potency is limited, but it might be enough. You see, the battle ended as expected. You did, Cozy. Your alchemy saved him. We will not prevail without you, Delta. We will bear our brother back to the Osiroi. Pray meet us there that we may properly express our gratitude. You, Delta. After seeking refuge in the covering shadows of the abyss for so long, I had lost sight of the blazing glory of which thaumaturgy is capable. The raw power and audacity of your magecraft has freed my brother's enemy from our self-imposed cowardice. The all himself has fingers on my throat, but the sensation of hard-won supremacy is strangely satisfying. As for you, Kokosi, it's your brother and respected colleague. I hope you'll never again underestimate the precious powers you wield. Delta, you have exceeded all expectation. Recognition of your ascending groups. I shall impart you one of the guild's most closely guarded techniques. Mana Ward. It's defensive weaving of energies that blunts the force of any attack made against you. I'm sure you can understand why we do not teach the secrets of every stray hedge wizard who chooses to join our ranks. Now you experience the daily starts and the joy that comes with obliteration. I'm certain you are eager to explore just how deep your might descend into the chasm of thaumaturgy. May your struggles bring wisdom, and your wisdom bring courage. I, for one, look forward to hearing your future thaumaturgical endeavors. And then a shield. Mm-hmm. I guess that's an alright skill. Still haven't let you anyway. Please let me explain. Do you know of Marasha is prison here in Oda? In prison, a man will do most anything accused of mind but of late one of our inmates claimed to hear the voices of Nalta. No doubt he has lost his mind after serving 100 years of a life sentence. But he knew your name by name, Delta maintains the traitor's demand you win the gem of Shadow in exchange for his release. What? The first, no doubt. And making nothing more of many co-robbings of self-screws, but a toothed madman. But I fear the only way to be sure is to free him of the pit. The prisoner's name is that. As a story is not proof of his lunacy, he also styles himself a black mage. You Wakaruka Tatarkura. I do not know how to pronounce that. Such magic was lost to yours centuries ago. Why does Sinel charlatan think he will fool such rubbish? Unless he has evoked the name of an Alton, so the order feels unwise to ignore his words. Though I'm still over you, could have come as he said you would. So let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? It may well be that you are an agent of fate, perhaps, and you're merely a crooked old man's accomplice. Neither can ask you trouble the energy thought on seek out the thunder fissure, a rift between the world and the next, fell whatever beast might lurk there, and water the earth with their blood. According to our Goblin armor, doing so will give rise to a gem of Shatato. Gem of Northern Priestone of Legend of Bedtime Stories in the Tale of Fairies. Just see if it truly exists. Show your friends here. Return to me when your duty is done. Oh, I'm going to Drybone again. Hmm? All blood of creatures not of this world for some unknown reason the humorous will not coagulate. Comforter, cure me. Uh, Weapon, friend. Kazakhstan means you no harm. So you're the one whom Quakra's prophecy speaks. But your hand, the blood of these creatures spilled upon the earth's vein, was it not? Then you have earned this gemma, Shato, I take it. You'll know what to do when the time comes. My part is done. Farewell for now. It certainly smells like you've been spilling blood. But it'll take more than a while to fellas convince me you're any gem of divine will. But to get yours was an eventful journey. Exactly as described in the tales, could it truly be the gem of Tatota? Felt very good. I can feel the magic pulsing within. The tales tell that only souls blessed with the grace of an Naldal are interested with the keeping of the gem. It's beyond mere coincidence. I must investigate further. And you must assist me, Delta. This now involves you as much as any other. So I gotta check my inner schedule. If Core somehow made contact with the outside worlds, he may be manipulating adventurers such as yourself to ends yet unknown to us. I will call on the Council of Order. Please wait here.
Will not be necessary.
Akra, what are you doing here? Have you escaped the pit? Watch your tongue, you insolent master. Has passed a century in meditation, communing with an altar. You will address it with a proper respect. The gallows at Module Pit are very different from the heretics of your order. Suffice to say, they had wisdom enough to listen. Starting again. I will speak to Naldal himself, the true criminal, as he ignores the word of God. Veracruz, 12 stones spare those who claim their voices. This murderous farce will bring disaster to us all. As the disaster comes, will be no words of mine. Of that, be sure. No, let's work on. Isaac Regine, this seal on the void gate will be broken. Once thrown open, it can only be closed once more, but none but she who bears the gem of Shata. Just give you, Delta 11. Daniel is a mark of a mage of luck. With it in your hand, you must now set forth to gather the keys needed to seal the void gate. I can't just let this happen. Besides, you however, as you don't listen, shall not be heard. Take yourself to Title Thalmor, because I will not suffer you to claim ignorance. You know as well as any the existence of another world, rife with shadows and monstrosities the void. And the power of the void waxes, the barrier between it and our world wanes. Eventually the barrier will falter and the void gate will open. Once it has, only the black magic of Eld can reseal it. This is sacrilege. The one who commands the force of the you go forth, Black Mage. Gesture is our sigil, the mark of Magi devoted to the true dark art. In it you already possess the first key required to seal the void yet sealed. You're taking the black, but time is needed before your block takes you. Before permanence, by and body, color fibers serene darkest pitch. Visit Milvello Spectrum and hear the words of Lalai. I am just really confused. That's a lot of names that are very hard to pronounce. Enough for your power to destroy. Master and to destroy what you destroy you. Sir Martin Chamber, for the altar always speaks. Master must let you has trusted me with guiding you on your path. But you must walk alone yet. Come again when the block has grown stronger within you. Black Mage unlocked. The general shall imbues you with dark knowledge. Jeez, that's a lot of spells. I am not going to be able to fit all these there. Let's see. Well, those I don't really have to worry about now since they're not happening till much later. Oh, but there actually isn't a lot of abilities. What are these abilities? Have long recast time, so I can actually put stuff up here. But I'll worry about rearranging that when I actually get to that point. Yeah, probably move the area attacks up at some point. These things so interesting, the higher level ones. Suppose next would be Arcanist. I'll get all the way there. And then before I start the quest, I'll run to the bathroom. Oh yeah, I also have to unlock Astrologian now, since I got them all to 30. Back. Alright, I have returned. I've been expecting you, Delta. As ever, Calelia prediction proves accurate, almost down to the moment. And her mind is especially sharp with such a dangerous confrontation in the offing. You allergic to have contact us with word Dosaga. It appears his merchant vessel is presently anchored off the coast of Bloodshore. What's Hart's business? There's conclude the rumors as he intends to embark on an extended voyage to the east. There'll be some time before he returns once more to them, so let's see. If we pass upon this opportunity, Calelia will use her chance to settle a score with Dosaga, and we risk the force of your stumbling once more into the blackest melancholy. They'll be getting close enough to Goswell, which has already formally a solution. Has set her grand strategy in motion. Still, we're getting close enough to her. First task is undertaking the trail to Coastal Soul. Deliver the set of directions to Fisherman, and the more instructions will be forthcoming. And if I remember correctly, I can get to Coastal Soul via the... Yep. So you can see, my hands full of fishing. I've been told you to take only errands delivered to cook and all food on a... Alright. This hero was expecting silver any moment now. The master doesn't worry about a fish. I mean, this might even earn me a few extra coins for this week's wages. You ever heard of one of my homemade eel pies? I should tell you though. Your Arcade College was quite insistent that you take the pie to a master guru rather than scoff it down yourself. It's you. And his term fishes. Hello, dear madam. And such a already securing an eel pie on your person? How come I know that you should search the these? I take out my fancy before you don't mind my ponderous ponderings. Speaking of ponderings, while I was speaking at least, I have a hefty personal skill persuade you really get your claim of the pastry. Culinary yellow, whatever you believe, her homemade eel pie is far more delicious than Mother Minot's famous handmade eel pie. If you will. I'm instructed by Melvin's Gate Sister to hand over the special to whoever delivers the needle pie to Master Gigurgi. Mm-hmm. Take the purse you receive the Master and hand it to the dancer. Build it as she prepares to return home. Kira. It's a fetch quest. I was not expecting a fetch quest. I should to see you first, see your coin. As three children, she in no time to waste on all chatter. As vice versa, Registrar, will you like kings this week? It's such a simple job. I was solely expecting you see in return for the coin. I am to give you these. The glass satchel is from your Mikote friend, and the pearl is from me. That last item you delivered to Shogo, the warehouse foreman. Expect the level 31 have a fetch quest. Well, not really a fetch quest. Would it be more a trade quest? I don't know. Guess I like you don't want my worst word by assuming master on me on a hike. You have something for me to say? I'm out. In this illness her. Google said something may bring a gift. What could I refuse? It's thinking of the picture where she was telling you God's own truth. Here, you're supposed to have a bottle of wine. Take it to Flying Shark and pour a cup for the sailors or drinking there. That's what she told me to tell you. Any road. I watched my back. If I was you, though, last. The sailors, the meanest bunch of cutthroats I ever said see. Wine so old, no alive can remember when it was bottled. The cork appears to still be intact. That's a free grog. That's my fun driver. We should the stuff to eat, so we'll be selling bottles by the crate. You're coming back with us tomorrow, so the captain will want to have a word with you. All this, get about. Good. There's the answer. Stick those all hard out. He got damn cold. All lines he orders. He. Mm-hmm. Later. Mm-hmm. What the? I don't even know. Oops. So, yeah, we'll be off. Soon the boat's loaded. Alright. Time to fight some pirates. Time to sink some pirates. Time to sink some pirates. Yeah, Captain, please, it's hall. Yes, sir. Let's investigate access to the ship. Let's take this hatch over now. You have back after I take the items I need. What was it you about? Just a mere borrowing some clothes. You wouldn't wish me to catch a chill from the brisk ocean air, would you? I mean, is there that one was he on a ship, that's... I just realized that guy must be an idiot if he didn't recognize me. You saw right over before you meet the captain. Of course. Of course. Just show him a little performance that waits. Time to beat up some pirates. The general's hot dog. Come back for a lesson, eh? It is I who shall be teaching the same. My lecture will hook us on the manipulation of reality through applied strategy. Stand up, by the time I'm done with you, you'll remember who your real master is. Take it. You're Robert, little girl. There is no Irish strategy that will win this battle. First, I'll also for you. That's what Shark was you, Cloud. So, you think that your fancy magic will match my blade? You got another things coming. Hmm. Seizing ground through sex stress, flash of courage, playing back. You. Is that it?
Yep.
No, now face his defeat. He'll flee to starboard rail. Obviously, next comes his attempt to escape into the sea. You think you're pulling strings? You think you're dancing too? I've fallen for your bloody trick. This one knows the elder excited summon my instructions tourism. Dude. You are a fool to return, Dosnaga. I hear you're fond of shackles, so we brought a set especially for you. Dude. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you, Delta. This strategy would not have succeeded without your flawless execution. Which system attack has yet require more work, must allow for some small deviations in performance. We, however, now understand where my calculations went awry. It's not that enough to wish to shape reality. One must also have a complete understanding of the reality one wishes to obtain. It's time I sought out our guild master. What? Great Vista, Mrs. Zero, my fondest wishes and my appreciation for all that she has done for me. The true test of my strategies now begin. Do. Do. It's back over here. Okay. Why isn't this the end of the quest? What else is there gonna be? Welcome back, Tetsa. There's much I would ask you, but first may I have the satchel you retrieved during your assignment? Okay. I don't know why they bothered with that. May I have the satchel you received during your assignment? The veil of mystery surrounding the otherwise ordinary sack is so thick it could suffocate an auroch. Journaler needs her custody back, you see. I'll make sure everything is returned safe and sound. Now let us speak. I'm glad to know that she has finally freed herself to pursue her heart desire. Thank you for awakening the foreseer to self-imposed fetters. Where's the kind of strategy serves blinding her own feelings and impeding me to see her suffer so? For example, you may even encourage Kala to improve her combat abilities, although such will surely come in time. After all, she intends to study under the Guildmaster's direct instruction. Imagine those two observe simultaneously of the complexity of their text they will develop. It may very well be the actions bringing them together that will prove the catalyst that sparks a new era of invention for the art of Arcanania. You two should look to improve with your discipline. If you keep the pace with stern follow, to the end offer you a new technique when the prey allows you to dive more readily back your foes on the battlefield. What that? Hold on. I got that. Summoner. What? Why am I getting summoned different? What away? I thought you said those. I thought you said the summoning the primals was like much later on. Do. Yeah, and then what's this one? Well, I guess I'll just accept both of them. Result of so you come for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. Our quest has come from the Guild of the Sons of St. Connacht, an organization of some of the finest minds and neighbors. They've asked for you by name. It appears that research of science currently conducted would benefit from assistance of an arcanist, specifically one who has the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. The most of its curiosity is how the scholars knew the existence of your historic exploits. I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you answer this request, then you will find a researcher by the name of Mithra at Alpacula Falls in the nation of Gardenia. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be Shola's sister, from which we found out. Next, MSQ. That's why any interest in history, so I would share with you an opportunity to study the way of the ancients. A curiosity refined and well-read Marauder visited the guild the other day, and hopes you might meet an arcanist of exceptional skill. It seems to be the assistance of one such individual will be invaluable for the success of the archaeological research. I say claims because despite his eloquence, the thought of Marauder with an academic ambition still strikes me as odd. Your request free to formulate your own opinions. His name is Alka Solka, and he can be found at the Marauder's Guild should curiosity overwhelm you.
What? What is she, Link? Also, how many sisters does Shola have then?
Oh, no. Well, speaking of which, would you say, like, lore-wise, would Grahatia allow the Warrior of Light to call them without the letter? Basically, like, your best friend in the game. You're setting aside your preconceptions, Delta. I'm acutely aware how unusual it is for a marauder to conduct research, as it were. You should understand that I'm not like my moral sealer brother, rather. They're much better than enemy small, and formally they execute stratagems to great effect. As Arcleus pursuits is but an extension of the practice. For the present, I am researching the military tactics of the ancient Nim. Do not surprise me if you are unfamiliar with Nim. Civilization flourished some 15-odd centuries during the 5th Astral Era. The Numians lived during the Age of Wonders, where magical arts flourished, but magics can be wielded for weal or woe. And the period of peace eventually gave way to the Great War of Magi. The ancients of the bygone era brought earth-shattering magics to bear against one another, yet Nim, with only a handful of majors, support its army of mariners, repulse would-be invaders time and time again. Personally, how much force of composition could defy its stronger neighbors is a mystery. Has long puzzled many military historians by translating extant Nimian tablets, which I have recently purchased. I mean to solve the riddle at long last. As my knowledge of Arcanimia is cursory at best, I require experienced arcanists to assist me with the analysis of texts pertaining to the magical arts. Will you be the arcanist, Delta? The harvest of complications, Nimian tablets and other assorted relics for which I paid extremely large amount were stolen en route to Lumencia. The fortunate inscription of those could be untold secrets. I will not allow the thieves to sell some rich old law collector for a pittance. Pray, accompany me to Rinket Dragoli docks and help me reclaim my relics. I have a strong reason to believe the perpetrators can be found there. Alright. So... let's see. Just teleport to Wineport. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are not more than broken men who seize the docks and take robbing every passing ship. Come, let us put an end to this banditry and take back what's ours. I was not expecting it to be a solo instance one right away. Names. Heal myself. Oop.
Black hole.
The engineers don't exit now. Help me search for the tablets. Yes, this is a true CF. New Orleans house just as I had hoped.
What? The fairy?
Mm-hmm. 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 Whoa. Maybe the tablet can explain this. Scholars, familiars, fairies. Wait, I just realized something. I wonder if there was any dialogue in the Fey area if you were a scholar and had the fairy. I guess I'll never know. The sunlight of Eos doth soothe as a shield. I know that, but I'm just they're similar. Just like something else that them being similar or something. I don't know. Hmm. The moonlight Celine doth silence and strength. Delta. What's what it means? We discovered a long lost magical art of Nemean scholars. Wait, so can you do you get to customize your fairy or something? Man. Alright, honestly, God, fairies. Well, now I've seen everything. Now I shall return to the guild and begin translating the tablet. I cannot wait to see what the other secrets contain. Do, 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 do. Excellent, Delta. I've just finished transcribing the section which will doubtless be of interest to you. According to the tablet, crystal from which the fairy sprung forth is called the soul of a scholar, and it contains the wisdom of those long dead Nemean mages. What that you can call upon the fairy as you did before and bind her to your will. As said before, I have little knowledge of alchemy, so unless you have some objections, I would like to entrust the crystal to you. Oh, and you needn't recost me. Simply knowing that the lost art are being preserved is enough. I'll do my energy to everything the remaining takes. Should I discover anything new, I promise that you'll be the first to know. Hmm? Scholar, fairy awoken by the soul of the scholar. The soul of the scholar equipped you can summon the fairy and aid you. No matter when called forth, she will assume the form of healer-type pet. More by completing the quest of fairy tale come true, you may cast glamours on your fairy familiar, allowing her to take on other appearances. Alright. Now, oh, I just realized. No, would it always be level 30 if you somehow got. If for some odd reason you decided to just stick with Arcanist all the way to 50? Would you be able to get both Summoner and Scholar to level 50 at the same time? Obviously, that's a terrible idea because you're missing out on a bunch of abilities, but just out of pure curiosity, I wonder if that would work. They do, so. Oh, that's nice. So that way. That's nice. So that way. I can easily just level with it, just staying on Scholar to easily level in dungeons and stuff since that's short time. Alright. I am gonna do it this way because reasons. I'm not doing reassign number because that swaps it with the place, and I don't want that. Oops, I just realized I should not have done that because now I have to redo my hotbar. Did not occur to me. Oops. It's too late now. Remove the whole hotbar. Actually, no, it's fine because you lose basically all the carbonical ones. Yeah, you lose this other stuff, so there's no reason to do it. Oh, this one has expected damage over time. Traits, no, it's rolls. Isna. Sleep, because sleep really I only use when I'm on my own. Then lucid dreaming, swift cast, resurrection. Galvanize. Oh, I remember seeing people use this. Grants galvanize to target, nullifying damage. That can go right there. This is a lot of spells and ability. Well, actually, no. They only get a handful of spells. Mostly, it's abilities. All right. Hmm. Wow, you like lose some of the stuff. I just realized you lose some of the stuff that you had at level 30, Arcanist, and then you don't get them back till at a later level, like Energy Drain. Oh. Return. And then I believe I know where I have to go. Yep. Got to live. Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you obviously summarized, is Ymithra. I am a member of the Sons of Saint Connacht, artisans of Charlian order that seeks lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. In that regard, we have recently made singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordana. We salvaged ruins when ancient texts described the existence of a set of Allegan mages known as Summoners. These were arcane practitioners, said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals and manifest their stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Edgy. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, we might well hold our hands to power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there is one monumental obstacle in realizing this reality. In order to master these embodied incarnations of beasts and savage deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who has both such daunting achievement under her belt may even begin the path of becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you should come to my search, then you must come with me west of Bergorstrat and Sither's home. There we should conduct ritual summoning the Austerius of Flame. Wait.
Am I gonna have to do the trial again?
Oh, you can actually see the gold saucer from over here? I don't think I ever really realized that you could actually physically see it. He's also had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed to the ritual show. Court records recovered a summer's old wood form. These rights of land, turned doubling element matched the aspects of the natural they wish to call forth. Only in such place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The wind of fire is especially strong here in the Sagoli desert. I can think of no land more fitting to summon an incarnation of the Lord of Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now you must focus, visualize ethers flowing through a vibrant current of energy, transforming living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the region of your life force shall spawn an edgy, wreathed flame. Whoever that Sanity will appear before you unbound and hostile. As you're charged to overpower the Avatar, establish yourself as its master. The path of summer is not fraught with peril. So it's not that. It's the whatchamacallit thing. It needs more. Please defeat it swiftly, Delta. There's some in the spirit to do his bidding of secure they do not surround you. Let's shatter the crimson nails. Now it's time to press your attack. Incomplete. What's present with the fireborn energy is submitted to your roll. You must stir the earth's flame and stressful fit by lights Richard the Pucker Falls that we might further discuss your achievement. Really, Mom, is because you have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasp of our forgotten history. But to just more of Taru about ancient tongue, the Algan Empire would known as FFXIV, where Iggy translates to approximately to pure, the essence of. Sure, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect that if the born Lord of the Avatar has the capacity of destruction should serve you well in the battles to come. With such an ally at your command, such so to take yourself a title of summoner, you have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystals you now possess. Yet, be that as it may, for these long and hours, if you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the edge of fire, fixing your gaze and claiming the servant of unyielding stone. You once ceased victory against the primal titan, did you not? Though I admit, I'm eager to progress directly to Austrias of Earth, we must be careful not to overexert your reserves of strength. Rest well and spend some time growing accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue with our historic research, you'll find me here awaiting your arrival, barely constraining patience. Summoner unlocked. You learn how to summon FFXIV. This is just the same. Oh wow. That's a lot of unassignable actions. So I do indeed retain resurrection. Mm-hmm. I just think this is probably some like has like the most unassignable ones. I guess all that's left is now to try getting astrologian. And luckily, I'm pretty sure the astrologian's right near the place where this is. Yep. Now where we begin? I suppose I consult my divine deck for an answer. It would be too easy, wouldn't it? Very well, at the beginning it is. Astrology or reading stars is a branch of meteorology science, which originated in distant Charlian. There have been astrologians in Ishgard for thousands of years, but it wasn't until 3 centuries ago when Adana and younger learned the movements of the stars could also be used to foresee the movements of the Dravanian hordes, and the field became popular. Since then, what was once a single science has bifurcated into 2 similar yet ultimately different schools of learning: Charlian School of Astrology and the Ishgardian School. The former placing focus on tapping into celestial ether and transforming into beneficial magics or astronomy, astromancy. The latter, especially solely interested in the actions of our dragon enemies to the north. A student of the former, the only student of the former here in Ishgard. I've been actively seeking a partner with the one who conducts my research. Let's just say my fellow astrologers have been less than approving of my path, but it's simply because they are afraid of what they do not know. And once they do know of how Charlian astrology can benefit the sea and the soldiers, they will feel foolish forever and doubt of me. Us. You will be joining me, will you not? Walk the path that has been laid out for you instead of stubbornly denying the fate, postponing the inevitable. See, wasting time makes seems like said, stars always never wrong. Last, even a lifetime of study and training cannot unlock all the secrets written in the stars. Most of it I've been student of astronomic arts for more summers than I can count. Enough misread suns shown to me in the skies. The memories are far more accurate now than they were when I attended the Anthium at Charlian. Not the Charlian, mind you, the colony that thrived in the Druidian hinterlands. I can recall my time there like it's yesterday. The first 6 moons, I was not even allowed to touch the deck of 60, let alone conduct a reading with the major arcana. Most of it was spent in the scriptures transcribing old tomes of astrological fundamentals such as the 6 elemental houses, divine was each classically house melody and polarity to show versus detriment. I wore attacks and would tirelessly. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I would tirelessly pester my instructors. Any grand opportunity that we spells or perform a reading. It wasn't until the end of the 6th moon that I realized that all transcribing had prepared me the essentials I would need to do those very things. Positions of the celestial bodies with the 6 elemental houses. In relation to the major and minor arcana of the Dex 60 therein lie the secrets of tapping the ethereal powers locked in the heavens. and soon you too will become privy to these secrets. Unless they know, I will not have you transcribe Musty tomes. It's like I was forced to do. No, this looks too much more interesting. So I'm expecting the arrival of important guests. My old mentor from the stadium has agreed to make the journey from Old World to Ishgard and speak with the Holy See regarding the implications of Charlatan astrology techniques in city defense. Alas, the first of the party is now fully 7 days late. I now began to worry for their safety. I should be much obliged, therefore, if you would intrigue the other Australians here at the theater. We're not. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom. Okay, I am back. I don't think I've information on whereabouts I have fallen blue somewhere across the bloodline sea. I'm an astrologer, not a fortune teller. I cannot simply look at the stars Describe the location of Viscount's guests, unless these guests are dragon says. As if anyone knew nobody's of Visitorium. We here at the Ethereum are but students dedicated to research. Those with any influence in our field are assigned to the ostroscope. Yes, go Orange said he saw imagine that it's Arsenal and you were starting astrology with him. Right close, he must be the 100th of his own Professor Alone. However, no little towards ignorant unbelievers and looking up to find themselves caught up in the talk of stars and fortunes. But you tell that sorry excuse for astrology for the umpteenth time that, and heard not, concerning his imaginary friends from far away Charlian. Just do not tell this Count. I called him a sorry excuse for astrology, alright? Still, we're missing Charlotte instead of actually making an effort to find him. See, accuracy is. It's any wonder that, 15 years since his original Charlotte, his skills and nostrum once remain unchanged. Any wonder that he has never yet managed to convince a single peer of the value of the Charlotte skull. He's a religious little Strat who spent most time gazing at the stars and yawning in his eyes, and actually trying to read the ones above his head. Alright, tell the poor man I just returned from the observatorium. And when I come off festival and over here, Chief Australian Farmer speaking with one of his aides regarding Charlotte. He was visibly upset, and I was about to risk my career. Or something like her little while, so I really put my head down and ate my bait soup. But that's all I know. And did not hear from me. Well, tell us say couldn't unless just in you meeting. No way, it's been unfortunate. It's just to be restless to be seen together so yet. There are certain people in the city who do not approve of my studies. Couple that with the fact that the outsider an unbeliever, and well, will make come to the wrong conclusions. I must ask cautious, so we can prove that our intentions are just and for the good of all the scars. So I must ask you to travel to the observatorium alone and meet me there. Let me apologize again for not accompanying you here. It's our business with the chief astrologer, and you may leave talking to me. Alright. I don't know it will be you. Who else would be so needs to drag out outside till the whole police observatory? So I had an unselfly obsession with the farm. This is why I was to assist to then I am now as you were when you returned from the human city a decade and a half since. I just completely forgetting that this is also time locked, so Powers, they can serve it always a mirror reveal the vortex. Powers can be tapped, the ether can be used for. Should be left as be. Has shut you not about the folly of the Nemeans, the Ampidori, the Machi? Don't destroy the rule is true for ages without disrupting the ethereal balance. The power combined with the guardian of Shillage, which turns the year of the 1,000-year conflict. For everything believe our master of all giving me their blessing to continue my search. I did not come to treat bards. None cold. Let us stay that for another year, because some of the attention you may have information whereabouts Professor Mace and his party from Charlian. Someone who says you're not here to treat bards, you went quite generous to deal with them today. You mean you'll allow me to remember, then I'll be more to let you know what Rich found its way to West Yesterday. Serpent Reavers. Sightings of foul weather prevented the Professor's ship from entering the Strait of Manor, where they would have made their way up to the meeting of the Corthes. As we toured around the south, Boom brought the friendliest sparked at Vesper Bay, where they took the land along the Rolagan, where Olagan in some ways to the Black Shroud. Mysterious news they lost away, lost astrologer and how. My morning predicted element was a detriment to the House of the Spire while ascending over the ecliptic, so they must journey to Black Shroud as his first race. I'm interested to confirm he's my personal master, shall I come to you? No one for conversation, as far as one invest. All players, see safe dangers will follow you, and someone tells me danger lurks on the horizon. Now, just in case, since this is technically a level 50 quest, I am gonna change my job. Pleasure to really, I shall make case to court and wait you there. Just to be safe, you know. Since it is technically a level 50 quest. Amelia, sitting as a resident of the party, clearly dressed outsiders passed through not a while ago, but should not probably difficult to find them now. Before we begin, may I ask a moment of your time? I would dare all my master brothers in fiction with finite prodigy. At least I'll consider the piston, however pure, has left him with more than one enemy, and the astrological community Lord Fulmont has seen to this. I fear not only for his name might be sullied, but for his life. I beg pray, do not drag him further down his quagmire. Let him quietly dabble in his dream, but let it remain at that dream. No good will come from encouraging him. It would only hurt the Viscount and his family. You must remember that while I serve Lord Drogma, it is his uncle, the Count, who employs me. For now, the task at hand should find the wayward troubles and hurry back to the respective hearths I shall lead. May I ask you to take the rear and see that none might take us unawares? Dear Sean, as we seek, it appears they've found themselves in some trouble. On one hand, my grandfather. At first, they will fetch a fine price for that one. For the pleasure barge captains. The soul has spoken. Everyone, these red checks carry on them all manners of gem bubbles and golden trinkets. Yet we're all tossed you to the snakes. It's the old man again. Leave us the girl, try anything, and he's dead. Hate. Crystal, why would he leave it here, surrendering any power that he might have to free himself from those bandits? Cyril saw the reading before we left the old world. What was when my grandfather scried from the cars that he would serve as a bridge for countless souls to be passed to another. Might you be the other? First, careless. Tracking them will be no difficulty. I should follow and strike before we have time to regroup in numbers. First, will and lay the path not before you, but for the adventurer here. You must seek the soul of astrology and place it near your heart. Listen to the tales of those who walked before you and know their journeys as you do your own. Such tools require knowledge need to wield them. Leveve. Leveva. The Leveva. Shall seize those matters. He saw there was no fear my girlfriend and I when the best took him. This because he had seen you come to his rescue. Our lives were written in the stars long before we trod upon this land. It is not by chance that you stand here today with the soul astrology in your hand, its fate. Astrology unlocked. Alright, I will switch to Scholar Force, because then I don't have to worry about equipping the new gear. Actually, is this all up? Yeah, it's all up to. This one's not less than what I have. I'm just gonna do it this way for now. I'll move Viper back up later. Using actions Astral Draw and Umbral Draw. Will replace play 1, play 2, play 3 with respective arc name, which will be restored arc gauge. You can view the job gauge description, actions, and traits menu. Right. Let's remove everything. First roll. Actions. I'm assuming, yeah, that's us. That's just dealing 1 damage. Deals damage over time, so that can go there. Restores HP. This is that's that. In area effect. All right, let's see. Well, reduces cast time. That can go up here because it's a longer one. Okay, so those are 2 different things. Okay, so then this swaps. Hmm. I'm just trying to figure out how I should lay out them. This- What? What do you mean by ED? Well, I guess I'll put draw up here. And then the play's definitely gonna have to be the second bar. Actually, okay, this is gonna be the regen, which is gonna be going there. Yeah, these two. I am just gonna preemptively place these on the hot bar, even though I can't use them, just so they match white mage. Oh my gosh, these are, that's a big description. That is words. Oh, that's level 62, which is double what I'm at. Yeah, and then for now, so it literally tells me if it's melee DPS or tank. This one increases healing actions. Spire. So Spire is basically tank for use on tank. And this is healer or range DPS. This one reduces damage, grants healing over time to a party member or self. Great. Have I placed everything now? Oh, no, I have not placed essential dignity. I guess I'll place it right there for now. Oh yeah, what are this? I forgot the. Oh yeah, let's see. What do these look like? All right. There's stuff I can replace. Oh, the rest is gonna be just. All right, let's go. Now listen carefully, you haven't much time. The star glow which you hold is both sword and shield. It will grant you strength as well as protection, but most importantly of all, it will grant you insight into the current location of the stars, enabling you to channel the heavens ether into your body for use in all manner of magics. The better attuned you come to the heavens and their malefic and benefic bodies, the better the ether might be manipulated to bring succor or pain. But you already know the star globes are not the only tool astromancer has used with the arcana, more specifically the six major arcana play a defining role in what type of astrologian you'll become. Any layman will tell you the cards can predict a man's future. This is both true and untrue. It's not the future that the card predicts, but the card influences the man so that the certain future becomes more attainable. So you can tell a man's fortune, you draw a card from the deck. Upon reading card, you scry the man would be victorious in the coming battle. What is to bring this man victory but the ether tapped from one of the lower six heavens granted the man strength, making it that much easier for him to overcome his enemy. Of course, put your card as drawings link directly to the target's destiny. As well as yours. Are you the one who sees the man for sure where you led him to his downfall? It all depends on your reading. Normally, I would not dare cover such much in the first instance, but it's my grandfather who has placed his life in your hands, and I'm not about to watch him have his throat slit because he cannot tell the face of an arcana from its back. We have two seemingly capable soldiers here to blunt its blows. Allow me perfect show and courage while you can the stars nudge you in the direction favorable to my kin. I understand there must be a lot to address, but if you ever become a corporal astrologer, you must believe in the path laid out before you. In your power to read it, follow, and ultimately control it. Take some time to acclimate yourself to your new abilities and let me know when you're ready to begin. Alright. Hmm. Wait. Oh, geez. So this basically lets you then do a bunch of spells basically essentially instantly for a short bit. Not kidding when it's called light speed. Alright. Well, I guess here goes nothing. See your eyes ready. Whether it actually makes you ready or not, only time will tell. Unfortunately, it's something we no longer have abundance. Let's take shadows to find out where these bands are holding my grandfather. And stars be our guide. So for this one, arrow and spear I'll be using on myself, I think. Let's see if I can get this first try. Don't let the band stay in the way of locating my grandfather. Hmm? Hmm? My grandfather's that he's leaving us a trail. Follow. Dota, its power is now your own. You pursued your heart. We must find the other cards. Hmm? Mm-hmm. 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 Very good. Throw down your weapon here. Advance warship. Was not told there would be 2 astrologians. Enough of this. I am confirmed the employment of Lord Dragon. I was sent to escort you back to Ishkart. Are you unhurt, my lord? Dragon, you say, numerous my fortune is constant pursuing over one issues I greatly make the long trip from old world. I see no amount of quick run in this adventure. I too see no honor. You didn't see those bandits until their knife were up our asses, but that was no more. It was all as stars foretold. Just I saw this adventure long before I even set a foot in this accursed continent when the Arcana whispered and told me I would find the worthy successor for my soul crystal. I witnessed how she eased into her new role, finding mere moments after taking out the crystal globe and deck. Yes, I knew once my dreams true and this adventure was the astrology I had been seeking, but now let us see if she has the potential for greatness within her. Look at the sky, Silta, and you'll see there's 6 stars aglow in a pale yellow. This is the bowl. Constellation is thought to be the gates of the first heaven. The heaven which holds the world tree planted by the Machon and nurtured by the keeper. The world tree is the source from which all life is sprung. The trunk of the world tree, or the ball, grants strength to the weak, allowing them to stand firm in the face of adversity. You now open that gate, and the power is yours to command. Solid will represents solid foundation. It is not coincident that this very constellation and risen to mid-heaven at this very moment, the moment of a new astrologian's birth. And I think I saw this a moon ago. It seems I am a better reader of fates than I thought. I jest. It's been a long journey with more sheer evidence for this point. I'm an old man, and one does not need a deck of arcana to see that my legs will carry no longer. Let's make haste to Ishgard so I can give ungrateful Draconor a proper upbraiding. The blaze is broken, unlocking the gate to the first heaven. Draconor, 15 summers passed and still flipping clawed. I lost half a hair tutoring. Sending an adventure to find the man you summoned halfway across Heidelin, always taking the easy route. And you wonder why you still haven't been able to open the second heaven's gate. You see, I was waiting here in case you made it to Scar before my man somewhere in Delta could locate. Think of Christian. Had to arrive only to find that there was empty. Wait, how do you know I haven't opened all the gates? My grandson grace the astrologers in all Starland. There is not. He doesn't know unless he doesn't wish to know. You of all people should know that. So it's hasty my decision to reign here and see your training. What a first race. Isn't that why he made the journey? Mike Rares has already completed his task. He simply came to Ishgard out of courtesy to an old pupil, one who appears to have wasted years on. Wasted? Why are you flying, my lady? Ah, my dear. Olivia. You still do not see without Jacob stumbling into my two legionnaire 2 years ago. He never would have taken the adventure under his wing and sent her to us in his stead. He was as the stars had planned. Your soul, Christopher, sir. I tried to steal your soul, so strong. Ha. Everyone is Urja. If this would have stolen my crystal, I would have read up some terrible figure last. No, Delta is my successor, something I mistakenly thought you might be, but even I cannot see every future, it seems. I do not spare. I have not given up on you completely. Despite your failings, you tried your best to promote the Charlatan School of Astrology here in this den of fools who fail to see aught beyond the Dragon Star. I wish to see you continue that fight, and that is why I bade Levivia remain here to further you in this adventurer's training. See this railroad? I have some time to consider your words. No, either continue your training with me and your own protege, or you crawl back to obscurity. I should give you both several turns of the sun, study the basics of Australian astrology. It should not be too hard for you, John Clark, considering you have some such sort. Once you have committed the basics of memory, then return here. In the meantime, I'll be traveling in Eurasia and searching for locations for Delta, and you will unlock the remaining Heaven's Gate. But you're only set upon by advanced press traveling will soon know nice. Don't you think I know that? That's why I'll be landing service of your able master, Comparian. Yes, of course I am. It's your granddaughter, Australia's finest professor of astrology, Comparian. You heard the lady? Good, I should see my grandfather's ship landing now. Rest assured, if you know your studies, I will know.
It's close. I almost knocked my phone off and made it fall to the floor. Oops, that was close. No, hopefully I don't come to regret unlocking this. I guess they finish up. All right.
Let's see. But um,